check, 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 check. Hello, 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 check, check, hello, 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 check, 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 hello, check, hello, check, hello, hello, check, check, hello, check, 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 ah, check, check,
Check, check one and two, check three, check one and two and three, three check one, two, three, four.
check, 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 check. Hello. Check. One, two, check. Check. Hello. Check. Check. Hello. Hello. Check. Check. Hello. Hello. Check. Hello. Check one. Check one.
All graduating candidates, every single candidate that is graduating today in the evening is requested to please reach the starting of the procession. All the graduating candidates who are graduating today evening are requested to move to the place where the procession is going to start from. Students who are graduating this evening are requested to please reach the beginning of the procession in front of the building of School of Arts and Sciences. Every single graduating candidate is requested to please gather near the School of Arts and Sciences building as the procession marking the start of the convocation ceremony will start in a short while. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, sitting in the audience area. We are about to start with the convocation ceremony for the graduating batches of the year 2022. We will humbly request every single person sitting in the audience to please change modes in their cell phones to the silent one. We would request you to please avoid any entry or exit from the audience arena once the ceremony formally begins. I repeat, we request everybody in the audience to please make sure that we will discourage any entries, exits once the convocation ceremony starts quite sincerely. To make sure of the dignity and decorum that a convocation ceremony of a university deserves. We also request you to please rise when the convocation procession is going to enter the arena. In about 5 minutes from now, the convocation procession will start moving. That is when we request the members of the audience to please stand up and offer their respect to all the dignitaries when the convocation procession begins. Towards the end of the ceremony, there will be a rendering of the national anthem. That is another moment when we would request you to again rise for the national anthem and keep standing for the retreat procession of the convocation. We will again rise and keep standing at the end of the ceremony, I repeat, for the national anthem and for the retreat procession of the Convocation 2022. Thank you very much. We're about to begin with the convocation ceremony in a very short while. The convocation procession is about to get set up and will start in a couple of minutes from now. As we know, the convocation ceremony is a formal function. We therefore request you to maintain a high level of discipline throughout the ceremony to maintain the decorum of the event. You are humbly requested to keep phones away from any use and discourage any entry or exit once the ceremony begins from the audience arena. When the convocation procession is about to enter the audience arena, we expect every member in the audience to please rise and offer respect. In no time, we will start with the convocation ceremony for the 2022. To mark the beginning of the convocation ceremony, the convocation procession is just about to get set. In a short while, the convocation procession will start and will reach near the audience arena. When convocation procession is about to enter the audience arena, we would highly request, we would expect the members of the audience to please rise that time. To mark the end of the convocation ceremony, there will be a rendering of the national anthem from here. That is again, we would expect the members of the audience to please rise and also keep standing after the national anthem for the retreat procession. Thank you very much. We will begin in no time. The procession is about to begin. We request the members in the audience area to please rise and keep standing. Everyone, please take your seats. Since there is a big number of graduating candidates who are still entering the audience arena and going to soon occupy their seats, in just about a minute or two, we will be able to start with the convocation ceremony. Members of the graduating batches, please quickly occupy your seats.
Okay. Hello.
I declare the 12th convocation open.
sadhu, ho sadhu, ho sadhu, ho sadhu, ho sadhu, yah dana dhat tambure ka, ho sadhu.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, the chief guest of this convocation, Shri Sudhir Mehta, Chancellor for this convocation, Shri B.M. Shah, Registrar, members of the Board of Governors, the Board of Management, Advisory Board of Ahmedabad University, my colleagues, deans of schools and heads of centers, faculty, staff, family members of the graduating students of Ahmedabad University, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 12th Convocation of Ahmedabad University. We're indeed very privileged to have in our midst today Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, an internationally renowned technology leader who has guided the science and technology policy in this country very boldly and continues to do so. We are here to celebrate the academic achievements of the 439 students on who we will confer degrees today. This includes 205 students from the Amrit Modi School of Management, 27 students from the School of Arts and Sciences, 207 students from the School of Engineering and Applied Sciences. And this includes 258 undergraduates, 178 graduate students, and 4 doctoral students, 1 each from Life Sciences and Management and 2 from Engineering. And I'm also delighted to see this gathering in person today. More than anything else, it is indicative of a world that has the potential to solve some of the biggest challenges that may come our way in the future. That is what a university is meant for. We have crossed many milestones in this past academic year. Let me take this opportunity to present to you a brief account of some of them. We have been pursuing 3 goals: to reimagine the classroom and to redefine how students should learn, to address some of the most challenging questions and problems of our time in our research, and third, to build responsible leaders and citizens of tomorrow, those who are concerned about others and those who are engaged. We have taken many significant steps in those directions. We moved away from a 3-year undergraduate education structure to a 4-year one across the university. Our unique foundation program and the Circle of Care have taken roots and are found to be transformational for our young students. 40 new faculty joined us from universities around the world and within the country in the academic year 2021. We've been working hard to strengthen interdisciplinary education at Ahmedabad and focusing on doing as a learning pedagogy. This year, we saw almost 80 courses across the university that were offered as interdisciplinary or using active pedagogy, the highest ever for us. This year also saw us reach new milestones in terms of reputation and recognition. Ahmedabad University was recognized by University Grants Commission, or UGC, under its Section 12B of the UGC Act. It is a recognition given to a select research universities, and we are one of the few private research universities in the country to have received this distinction. The university was also accredited by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council, or NAAC, with an A grade. The government of Gujarat also awarded us a Center of Excellence status to the university. This will bring enhanced autonomy in addition to a strong recognition of the increasing efforts and reputation of the university. In this academic year, we inaugurated 2 very significant facilities on our central campus. In fact, you sit around both of them today. The Amrit Modi School of Management moved into a renovated Art Deco building from 1930s. Along with the Amrit Modi School of Management Plaza, it provides a contemporary home to a management school with 21st century concerns. The university also inaugurated a one-of-its-kind facility, the University Center. It brings all student services together, including perhaps Western India's best bookstore for serious readers, cafes, indoor sports, offices providing student services, conference spaces, and spaces for student interaction and quiet reading, amongst others. The campus has now come together, and its academic seriousness matches with opportunities for development of grounded leadership abilities in our students. We also started the construction of our own student residences. The arboretum behind you that we have been nurturing for the last 4 years has now taken shape with 800 trees of 100 varieties that are starting to provide a green forest-like cover within our urban campus. These complement the many 50-year-old plus trees that dot our very young campus. This year, we started to build research clusters around grand challenges faced by the society. Their research and academic programs will surely drive solutions for key challenges in times to come, especially as we achieve critical mass of faculty in each of the clusters. The university also started a new research center, International Center for Space and Cosmology, to drive initiatives in an area that is increasingly becoming globally important. I'm also happy to inform you of the achievements of 2 of our faculty. Professor Rahul Singh from the Amrit Modi School of Management won the BRICS Economic Research Award by the India Exim Bank for his doctoral research in economics, and also received the Best Paper Award at the 10th International Finance Conference. Professor Tejaswini Niranjana from the School of Arts and Sciences and the Center for Inter-Asian Research received the Translation Award in Prose by the American Literary Translators Association for her English translation of the book No Presents Please, Mumbai Stories, an anthology of short stories in Kannada, authored by Jayant Kaikini. She and Professor Ashwin Kumar also launched a postgraduate diploma program in literary translation with the support from the JCB Literary Foundation. I'm happy to inform you that the student financial aid doubled over the last 3 years, valued at about 10% of the student fees and covering about 20% of our students. Our aim is to bring 50% of our students under its ambit in the coming years. Ahmedabad University also launched a very unique scholarship program, the Mahatma Gandhi Scholars Program. It is aimed to bring some of the brightest and most talented students from across the country to the university and help them become agents of change in the society. I'm also pleased to tell you, let all of you know, that the class of 2022, which is sitting here, has established a fund, the Circle of Giving, at the time of graduation to support student scholarships. In addition, I want to bring to your notice 2 salient achievements of our students and alumni. A team of 4 of our students, Pant Patel, Arpit Singh Waghela, Aditya Raj, Manan Anjaria and Kaushal Patil, from the School of Engineering and Applied Sciences and mentored by Professor Mariam Kaveshkar, qualified as the only team from India to participate in the Bosch Future Mobility Challenge finals held in Romania. One of our alumni, Hasti Modi, a gold medalist from the AMSOM BBA class of 2020, won the Diana Award 2022 for humanitarian work in the UK while completing her master's in public administration at the London School of Economics. This, you can clap stronger too. Thank you. This reflects our purposeful nature stemming from our deliberate strategy to reimagine higher education in India. The university is now poised for a deeper engagement with challenges of the society as its foundation as a 21st century institution gets firmed up in years to come. As a result, we're now ready to build 3 additional new schools and a center in the coming years. A school of public health that we are launching this academic year, a school of performing and visual arts, and a school of medicine that we are planning along with a Center for Advanced Manufacturing. Today, the Board of Governors gave an in-principle approval to start a dual degree program in integrated arts for us to focus on performing and visual arts, and also to offer master's program in quantitative economics and quantitative finance. To the graduating class, you are stepping out of the university at a very interesting time. I say interesting because when the times are very challenging, they provide enormous opportunities to work on issues that are very meaningful and where you can impact life of those who are less privileged than you. Let me say 3 things to you. 1, you are privileged to be here today, as you are equipped with the best of traditions of deep learning. You carry contemporary skills and you have a can-do orientation. You've been instilled with an ability to work hard and question everything around you. You must make your education count. Believe in yourself and your goodness, and you will do wise things in times to come. Second, be grateful for what you have, as many have worked very hard to help you reach where you are. Close your eyes for a moment and think of all the people around you in this gathering. Your family, your teachers, your friends, the staff at the university, and including those who keep this place in order, and many, many more. Remember that your welfare lies in the welfare of others. Do things that will help make others better, because others have done the same for you. And 3, Take your chances, and you will increase your likelihood of finding interesting moments and meaningful life path for yourself. You will then continue to remain fresh in your ideas and approach. This world is changing very fast and in a very uncertain manner. If you keep experimenting and keep changing your approach, then you will never be left behind ever in your life. My congratulations to you, but especially to the families of our graduating class, your professors who have worked very hard with you to bring you to this stage today. Work hard and make your dreams come true. Thank you very much. I now invite our Chancellor, Shri Sudhir Mehta, to deliver his address.
Dr. K. Radhakrishnan. Former Chairman of ISRO, Professor Pankaj Chandra, Vice Chancellor and the Chairman of Board of Management, Member of the Board, Faculty, graduating students, parents and guests, welcome to the 12th Convocation of Ahmedabad University. We are delighted to have Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, a distinguished technologist and former Chairman of ISRO, as the chief guest of the convocation speaker today. Dr. Radhakrishnan, we have admired the spirit of innovation and the achievement of ISRO, and we are grateful that you have taken time to be with us on the occasion. Today, we celebrate you, our young graduates, your effort and your accomplishment. I congratulate all the 4390 graduates as well as the medal winner for the successful completing your programs of study at Ahmedabad University. You are going to lead the future of many nations and most importantly ours, and I feel confident that with this rigorous education you will be very impactful whenever you will live and work. As we emerge from the pandemic of the last 2 years, the larger society and university in particular is bouncing back with amazing vigor. Challenges always come with many valuable lessons. The pandemic has taught us value of oneness with our environment. It's only when we take care of all who live on the planet that will be able to live in peace and good health for long period of time. This will require us to think differently on how we consume natural resources and how we innovate to preserve what is good about around us. Our country has abundant resources and their bounty will last with us long only if you use them judicially. The air, water, land and the forest all need your attention and care to ensure that future generation will live in good health and in harmony with the environment around us. This is my hope for all of you, young graduates. This is an opportunity and invitation for you to change the way this world conducts itself through your education, your entrepreneurial spirit, and your concern for the society. Let me tell you my own story. In 1971, my father relaunched our business as a Torrent Pharma, also roping me in while when I was in the second year of the graduation. He told me that I should have the experience in everything, from meeting the doctors to going to the field, and I was forced to hit the ground running. I recall my first field trip. I had no knowledge about how to detail a doctor. My first visit was to Nimhans in Bangalore. The doctors used to ask me tough questions, and with time and more visits, I finally started learning. I then started visiting doctors across India. Each region has its own specialty, different market, and I learned a lot from my own experience. I did face rejection during the visit, but converted them into opportunities. I was never an expert at anything, but I realized that there is no substitute to hard work. One need to learn, and if you have made a mistake, you need to learn from your past mistake and move on. That is the philosophy. If you remain committed to an idea deeply for a long enough duration, if you are sincere about your purpose and you work hard, then nothing can ever stop you from achieving your goals. And if your goals include doing something that is good for the society, then you will always live a very meaningful life. When Ahmedabad Education Society was set up in 1930, it had a goal of bringing quality higher education to the city of Ahmedabad. It kept building colleges in several disciplines of learning. It kept helping several public institutions grow to become the best in the country. And now, almost 8 decades later, it is building one of the finest research university in India, Ahmedabad University. This is an example of deep commitment to an idea for a long duration. Today we are finding new interdisciplinary ways to educate our students better so that they can find solution to the ground challenge around us. You have been educated in the best tradition of deep learning. You have understood the big issue of the society. You have learned several critical skills and you have been trained in action orientation. You are ready to take leadership in the society and in your chosen field of work. On behalf of my colleague on the board, I congratulate you for completing a significant journey and wish you best in your career and life. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts and Sciences, please rise and remain standing. Okay. Respected Chancellor, I present to you Vishal Unadkat, who has successfully completed requirements of the doctoral program and requests the university to confer on him the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
By the authority given to me by the governing board of Ahmedabad University, I confirm on you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and I charge you that in your life, by word and deed, you prove yourself worthy of it.
I call upon Vishal Unadkat to come to the stage and receive the degree from the Chancellor. Candidates for the degrees of Master of Science and Bachelor of Sciences Science in Life Sciences, please rise and remain standing. Respected Chancellor, I present to you Parina Patel and 7 students in person and 5 students in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of the Integrated Master of Science in Life Sciences program, and I request the university to confer on them the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Master of Science in Life Sciences.
By the authority given to me by Governing Board of Ahmedabad University, I confirm on each one of you the respective degree, and I charge you that in your life by word and deed you prove yourself worthy of it.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Life Sciences, please rise and remain standing. Respected Chancellor, I present to you Deekshit Rayani and 5 students in person and 7 students in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of the Bachelor of Science Honours in Life Sciences program, and I request the university to confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Life Sciences.
By the authority given to me by the Governing Board of Ahmedabad University, I confirm on each one of you the Bachelor of Science Honours in Life Science degree, and I charge you that in your life by the word and deed you prove yourself worthy of it.
Candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management, please rise and remain standing. Respected Chancellor, I present to you Mayank Rasilal Patel, who has successfully completed the requirements of the doctoral program, and I request the university to confer on him the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
By the authority given to me by governing body of Ahmedabad University, I confirm on you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and I charge you that in your life by word and deed you prove yourself worthy of it.
I call upon Mayank Rasilal Patel to come to the stage and receive the degree from the Chancellor. Candidates of the Global Executive MBA in Pharmaceutical Management, please rise and remain standing. Respected Chancellor, I present to you Jatin Sani and 10 students in person and 4 students in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of the Global Executive MBA in Pharmaceutical Management, and I request the university to confer on them the degree of Master of Business Administration.
By the authority given to me by governing body of Ahmedabad University, I confirm on each one of you the Master of Business Administration degree, and I charge you that in your life by word and deed you prove yourself worthy of it.
Candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Economics, Master of Business Administration, and Master of Management Studies in Heritage Management, please rise and remain standing. Respected Chancellor, I present to you a total of 140 students who have successfully completed the requirements of their degrees. These include Anshuman and 5 students in person and 1 student in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of the Master of Arts in Economics, Sania Jain and 106 students in person and 15 students in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of the Master of Business Administration, Chetan Dikshit and 9 students in person and 1 student in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of the Master of Management in Heritage Management. I request the university to confer their respective degrees on them.
By the authority given to me by Governing Board of Ahmedabad University, I confirm on each one of you the respective degree, and I charge you that in your life, by word and deed, you prove yourself worthy of it.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration Honours, Bachelor of Business Administration, and Bachelor of Commerce, please rise and remain standing. Respected Chancellor, I present to you a total of 89 students who have successfully completed the requirements of their degrees. These include Purva Rajput and 8 students in person and 5 students in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of the Bachelor of Business Administration Honours. Akhila Kalesh and 50 students in person and 13 students in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of Bachelor of Business Administration. Riya Santwani and 4 students in person and 6 students in absentia who have completed the requirements of the Bachelor of Commerce. I request the university to confer their respective degrees on them.
By the authority given to me by Governing Body of Ahmedabad University, I confirm on each one of you the respective degree and charge you that in your life by word and deed, you prove yourself worthy of it.
Candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering, please rise and remain standing. Respected Chancellor, I present to you Sagar Deepak Kumar Kavaiya and Hiren Kumar Jagdish Chandra Galiawala, who have successfully completed the requirements of the doctoral program, and I request the university to confer on them the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
By the authority given to me by the Governing Body of Ahmedabad University, I confirm on you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and I charge you that in your life by word and deed, you prove yourself worthy of it.
I call upon Sagar Deepak Kumar Kavaiya and Hiren Kumar Jagdish Chandra Galiawala to come to the stage and receive the degree from the Chancellor. Candidates for the degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science, please rise and remain standing. Respected Chancellor, I present to you Rahul Parmar and 6 students in person and 2 students in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of the Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering.
By the authority given to me by Governing Body of Ahmedabad University, I confirm on each one of you the respective degree, and I charge you that in your life by word and deed, you prove yourself worthy of it.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Chemical Engineering, Bachelor of Technology in Information and Communication Technology, and Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering, please rise and remain standing. Respected Chancellor, I present to you a total of 196 students who have successfully completed the requirements of their degrees. These include Anurag Mishra and 11 students in person and 12 students in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of Bachelor of Technology in Chemical Engineering. Manav Shah and 86 students in person and 32 students in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of Bachelor of Technology in Information and Communication Technology. Jeet Dand and 43 students in person and 9 students in absentia who have successfully completed the requirements of the Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering. I request the university to confirm their respective degrees on them.
By the authority given to me by the governing board of Ahmedabad University, I confirm on each one of you the respective degree, and I charge you that in your life by word and deed you prove yourself worthy of it.
I now invite the deans to present the students who have won the gold medals.
Award of the Gold Medal in Master of Business Administration. The Gold Medal for Academic Excellence for this year of the Master of Business Administration program is awarded to Raj Shripal Shah. I call upon Raj Shripal Shah to come to the stage and receive the degree from the Chancellor and the gold medal from the Chief Guest, Dr. Radhakrishnan. Chancellor.
The gold medal for academic excellence for this year of the Bachelor of Technology in Information and Communication Technology program is awarded to Yashraj Mehul Kakad. I call upon Yashraj Mehul Kakad to come to the stage and receive the degree from the Chancellor and gold medal from the Chief Guest, Dr. Radhakrishnan. The gold medal for academic excellence for this year of the Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering program is awarded to Deven Tarak Parikh. I call upon Deven Tarak Parikh to come to the stage and receive the degree from the Chancellor and gold medal from the Chief Guest, Dr. Radhakrishnan.
It's a pleasure to introduce to you our graduating student speaker. I'm delighted to introduce Yashraj Kakkad of the class of 2022 to you. Yashraj pursued his B.Tech in Information and Communication Technology. As a part of our undergraduate research program, he wrote a paper that was accepted at the prestigious IEEE Transactions on Vehicular Technology. He interned with Goldman Sachs and is now a software engineer at Google. Yes, Raj.
Uh, 23rd July 2018. I sat in on my first university lecture, calculus as I still remember. A boy from perhaps an average school from an unknown small town Vapi. Ironically enough, Vapi in Sanskrit means a small pond. And I felt like a frog in one. I looked around and saw brilliant people, toppers from various schools with great personalities and brilliant achievements. A stream of thoughts ran through me, a rush of nervousness and excitement at the same time. 4 years later, on the first day of my job at Google Hyderabad, where again, there were toppers with vibrant personalities and brilliant achievements, there was one change. I was no longer afraid. As I look back at my 4 years at Ahmedabad University, every semester has had its own flavor and rigor. The stage was set. Amazing professors, access to the state-of-the-art resources and infrastructure, helpful seniors, and competitive peers. This translated to a variety of experiences. Publishing a research paper in the IEEE Transactions on Vehicular Technology, participating and winning in events and hackathons, pursuing interdisciplinary interests, and much more. I was able to score the highest SGPA in my batch every semester, leading to a CGPA of 3.94 on 4. Ahmedabad University supported me with a merit-based scholarship every year all through my undergraduate studies. When the university started its programming club, I was the first full-term secretary. I also led 2 other communities, the first ever Google Developer Student Club and the CodeShift campus chapter. I discovered my interest for communities and was able to facilitate more than 40 events. Very soon, I was getting invitations to events outside the university as a guest speaker. I spoke at 15 such venues, big and small, near and far, across cities like Chandigarh and Pune. I had an opportunity to build interesting projects as a part of my coursework, such as applications of distributed systems, software engineering, and machine learning, ensuring that I had enough hands-on experience to excel in pursuits outside. I will never forget what my manager from my summer internship at Goldman Sachs told to me, "Your university indeed taught you well." I'm sure that my friends here have their own stories about a journey that they are proud of. A common thread stringing those stories would be the culture of Ahmedabad University, what it enabled us to do, and how it asked us to be. We were one of those batches who had to spend a few semesters at Zoom University, but that has only made us resilient to work and excel in challenging environments. If there was one thing that I would wish to change about my life in Ahmedabad University, it would just be that I could spend some more time here. We were given an education here, and now is the time to go and better the world with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Yashraj, and I hope you continue to shine along with your fellow students who graduate today. It's my privilege to introduce our chief guest, Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, to you. A scientist, a technologist, a manager, and an artist, all rolled into one amazing, humble, accessible and far-sighted human being. Dr. Radhakrishnan entered the Indian Space Research Organization as a space scientist in 1971 and rose to become the chairman of the Space Commission, secretary of the Department of Space, and chairman of ISRO in 2009. Prior to becoming the chairman, he led the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center in Trivandrum, the National Remote Sensing Agency in Hyderabad, as well as the Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services, also in Hyderabad. This is, for many of our young people here, it is this kind of dedicated service and long years of building capabilities that brings recognition at a level that is unmatched. Dr. Radhakrishnan is the chairperson of the Board of Governors of IIT Kanpur and IIT Ropar, and the chairman of the Standing Committee of IIT Council. He also chairs the Oversight Committee of Science and Engineering Research Board. He was elected a fellow of a number of academies. To name a few, the Indian National Academy of Engineering, National Academy of Sciences, the Institution of Engineers, the Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, and the International Academy of Astronautics, amongst many others, including state academies. But the part that is most exciting for us here at Ahmedabad University is that other than leading the entire Mangalyaan or the Mars Orbiter mission, he's an accomplished Carnatic music singer and a Kathakali artist. He has also published his autobiography titled My Odyssey, Memoirs of the Man Behind the Mangalyaan Mission. Please welcome Dr. K. Radhakrishnan today, to this evening.
Good evening to every one of you present here. The celebrated Chancellor and Chairman, Mr. Sudhir Mehta, renowned Vice Chancellor, and my good old friend, Professor Pankaj Chandra, distinguished members of the Board of Governors and Board of Management, specifically Mr. Prafulla Anubhai and Mr. Naishat Parikh, the erudite Director, Executive Provost, Deans, Academics, the resourceful Registrar, distinguished invitees, and my dear graduating students and their proud parents, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I am profoundly privileged to be here today to stand before you and address this promising audience on the occasion, the momentous occasion of the 12th Convocation of Ahmedabad University. Firstly, let me pay tributes to the illustrious Ahmedabad Education Society and compliment the founders and the Chancellor and the former Chancellors present here for building yet another worthy institution, a world-class institution, and giving that institution a visionary academic leadership and acclaimed faculty members. This day began well for me with enlightening interactions with the Vice Chancellor and his senior colleagues, and significantly, a group of enthusiastic young faculty members. And I'm happy to see the broad spectrum of young faculty members who have been assembled in this campus during this short time, and the way they are taking this university forward. And I'm sure they will be leaders when India is celebrating its 100th year. To the graduating students, let me greet you, let me congratulate you, compliment you, and let me wish you the very best in your life. A few years ago, I went to Indian School of Business in Hyderabad. As the procession came, the first thing that the students were asked to do is turn back and bow to your parents. In fact, those parents who are present here, who are not present here, must be feeling so happy for all the sacrifices that they have done in their life to bring you to this level. And the teachers who have enlightened you, who have prepared you to face the world and do your best to the world. We say, Madhur Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Aditi Devo Bhava. In your journey now, everyone around you are that Aditi, quote unquote. Whether they are the customers, whether they are the users, all the stakeholders around you, including the larger humanity, are those devas to whom you should be able to do your best. Then you can say, there was a purpose in life, and you have made your parents, your teachers, your alma mater proud of bringing up you to this level. We talked about environment. Honorable Chancellor mentioned how great is that and what responsibility are on your shoulders to look at environment. And if you see the current world, we are all worried about sustainable development, we are all worried about the climate change, we are all worried about disaster management. And these are all going to be the issues, at least for the next few years in front of you. Currently, this nation is at 75, India at 75, moving towards India at 2047. That is when we will be in the 100th year of our independent India. And today, if you look at India, you all agree we have a prominent role in the world to play. Not only a position, a role and a responsibility. With the stable and sterling leadership that we have today, and the renewed entrepreneurial urge, especially in a place like Ahmedabad, I need not stress more about it, and a will to do, an ambience where ease of doing business is an agenda item. And the most important thing is the demographic dividend. That is an asset of this country. And as somebody said, if the demographic dividend should be guided properly, otherwise it could be a demographic disaster too. And that is the responsibility for taking this world to that stage of India Vision 2047. And you, the young generation, your fertile minds, the innovative minds, they have a major role to play, and you will be shaping this country. Dr. Pankaj Chandra wanted me to say a few words about technology. That was a subject which I dealt with over the last 5 decades. And these days we use the word technology security. We all know about security, You also talk about food security, water security, health security, environment security. But what is this technology security? If you look at today, in the critical sectors, in the strategic sectors, we depend heavily on imports. For example, in the medical field, 80 to 90% of the equipment are imported. In the core sectors, we import, whether it is transportation of engineering or anything. We export, but in those exports, the technological intensity is pretty low. So from a state of technology dependence in the critical sectors, we need to move for adequacy in technology. That is the first priority. And with the leadership roles that we have in this world today, we should be able to be technology leaders at least in a few areas. That is the direction for the future. The role of science and technology for development, for the growth, development and sustainable development is well known. You ask any student of economics, they will tell you this has been talked about for a long time. And in India, in the independent India, there were several institutions which were created for this purpose, and many of them have done well. And I must also say, thanks to the Ahmedabad Education Society, several such institutions came up in this part of the world which made impacts nationally and globally. Ahmedabad Textile Research Association, ACHIRA, and the kind of emphasis they gave for research in industrial psychology, organizational behavior, in terms of technological requirement for textile industry, are class apart. The physical research laboratory, again, which nucleated the Indian Space Research Organization and the entire space program, all were part of that venture. And that's why I said another worthy institution, which is this. But as time progressed, we lag behind in many areas, especially in the manufacturing sector. If you look at the last 30, 40 years, once upon a time we were leaders, but when technology changed, we could not catch up. And again, we depended on importing machinery and the products. Manufacturing and material technology, they hold the key for self-reliance in engineering. So this is something which is very important. If you look at the last couple of decades, we use the term disruptive technologies, especially from the year 2013. It's a word which is being used liberally, regularly. Technology is advancing exponentially. In our time, we could manage for 5 years without updating ourselves. But in today's world, every 6 months, if you don't update yourself, you become obsolete. And in the near future, it may be still more difficult to catch up. So when technology is advancing, how do we cope up with that? That's the first job. The second one, can we not be the agents of that change? Can we not be the leaders in innovation? And rather than being the followers in the technology, can we not become leaders? And when we speak about these disruptions, we should note that the products of Indian universities and institutions elsewhere are agents of these technological advancements. Can we not have them here? This is something we need to be thinking about, especially coming from Bangalore. I see many of those young, bright, brilliant students from all our academic institutions present there, working there. But the intellectual property is created not for India, but for their employers elsewhere. Can we make them create that intellectual property for India? This is an agenda. This is something that you should be thinking about. We also talk about big science. We talk about deep technology. And I'm sure in this university too, we discuss these subjects. Now, if you look at our academic institutions, the kind of brain power that we have in terms of the faculty members, the research students, postgraduate students, undergraduate students, it is tremendous. Can we not make use of this to look at mega national problems and bring that down to smaller problems that each research student can handle? This is something that you should be able to think in the future. The best talent pool, that's what our academic institutions have got it. And mostly, if you look at history, the best products has come out from any individual when they were in the 20s, 30s. If you look at the premier institutions that India has, including ISRO, the first generation leaders were at that time in their late 20s and early 30s. That means all those who are sitting here today for the convocation, they have to think, look for that best output from you in the coming 10 years or 15 years. Could be in various roles, and today if you see the startup ecosystem in this country, you can see all those young, bright people with wonderful ideas coming forward. Don't limit it to computer information technology, but also look at the hardcore engineering, hardcore science, interdisciplinary research. Now, these are all the areas which will take you forward and the nation forward. And when we do all this, there is a society around us. I'll come to it. What made ISRO to be a different organization? Because we looked at the society whenever we did anything. So the future-ready society is a word which is being used. Technology advances. Now you can see the digital transformation. How they accept it, how they trust it, how it becomes inclusive, irrespective of whether you are from a rural area or an urban area, whether you are a young child or an elderly person, how you deal with the technology, how you handle technology, and feel comfortable with the technology. Government has to do several things. Organizations have to be doing several things on this. And the educational institutions who should provide that capacity building to absorb new technology. And we also talk about another term, people-centric technology. Today, AI, ML are keywords. We also talk about augmented reality. In all this, when you deal with society, there is an ethical aspect one should not forget. So this is something you should keep in your mind when we dwell on technology. And let me just spend a few minutes on my domain, that is how space has been used in India as a vehicle for development of the nation, people-centric, high technology area. In fact, that was the vision with which Indian space program started vis-a-vis several other nations. There it was a vehicle or a medium for showing their one-upmanship. But in India, it was a vehicle for serving the society. Selfless service for society. That is uppermost with self-reliance. And this is what we have been practicing all these years, whether we build launch vehicles, satellites, or applications. Or even when we go to look at moon or Mars. Uppermost in our mind is how finally it is going to help the society. And finally, when we do all these complex projects, which are called rocket science, quote unquote, what brings the best in us as a team? It is self-belief that was talked about by your director. The first thing that he told is self-belief that we can do it. And if you do that, and if you are ready to work as a team, then nothing is impossible. Then, of course, your university has a lot of thrust on visual arts, performing arts. That was mentioned by him. Yes, I have been practicing this from the age of 7, continue to be a student. It has given me a lot of relief from the stress that we normally go through. But it has also brought me a value, is humility. When you see a young, small child performing far, far, far better than you feel humbled. And humility has to grow as we grow. This is something which is very important. And finally, let me also wrap up with a few Gospels of Swami Vivekananda. I will quote. Mind you, this is life's experience. If you really want the good of others, the whole universe may stand against you and still cannot hurt you. It must crumble before the power of the Lord Himself in you if you are sincere and really unselfish. The last two words are very important. Give me a few men and women who are pure and selfless, and I shall shake the world. When you are born as a man, leave some indelible mark behind you. Try to see at the end of the life whether you will be known with a couple of words. We say the legacy. That's why we talk about Dr. Sarabhai. That's why we talk about Dr. Bhabha or Professor Dhawan in science and technology. And last one, they alone live who live for others. We remember Mahatma Gandhi. We remember Nelson Mandela. We talk about servantile leadership. They want to serve others. They didn't want them to be served by others. That's the difference. And finally, you should be a student all through your life. What this university has taught you or your school has taught you is how to learn. Your learning starts today. Knowing is important. Convert that knowing into doing, which require people skills, ability to muster resources. And finally, as an individual, what you are matters. That's the value system on which you are built upon. Honesty, integrity, courage, conviction, these are all important. If you have these three, then if you are not selfish, you work for others, then the rest is going to be history and you are going to be part of history. So God bless you. All the best. Thank you.
Respected Chief Guest of today's convocation, Dr. Radhakrishnan, Sri Sudhir Mehta, the Chancellor for today's convocation, Chairman, Board of Management and Vice Chancellor, Sri Pankaj Chandra, invited guests, heads of the institutions, all faculty members, staff, friends, and students. Ever since this university started, I've been privileged to perform this function. Let me begin with extending our sincere thanks and gratitude to Sudhir Bhai for leading this convocation and sharing some of the best lessons that he has learned from the modest life, because citizens of Ahmedabad all know the kind of life they have lived and where they have reached. And I'm sure it should act as a role model or learning lessons for many of us. I also thank profusely to the multifaceted personality we have, the chief guest of today's convocation, for gracing this function and guiding the students. As everybody said, that they are entering now into phase of a new life where there are challenges and opportunities. So I'm sure his words of wisdom and the blessings that he has showered on all of us is going to inspire you every time, wherever you think about this moment in your life, because this is the first success that you have achieved and enjoyed. Sir, on behalf of Ahmedabad University and the team Ahmedabad University and Management, we thank you very much for pleasantly accepting this invitation. And at least I was moved and inspired what he talked there about the values of life. End of the day, learning from the stories of Vikram Sarabhi and Satish Dhawan, I think you taught us that end of the day, it is good human being that makes most in the life. I take this opportunity to thank all the invited guests for honoring our invitation and being with us all throughout. I must also thank the Board of Management and the Governing Board members, especially the most senior-most member over here, Praful Anubai. I think many of you might not be knowing, he deserves a great clap. At the age of 85, since 3 p.m. he is with us. I think Prabhul Bhai, you have been the source of inspiration and energy for one and all. And also Naisat by 2 board members. All other members of the board advisory committee for their continuous support and guidance. I must also thank the management of Ahmedabad Education Society as the sponsoring body for the generous contribution, because whatever we all see around this place in last 12 years is largely because of the generous contribution that the society has given. And lastly, the team Ahmedabad University. For that team, I think this arrangement is probably on auto mode. The person behind this is Vaibhav Kadia and his team of student volunteers. I'm really so glad to acknowledge their contribution, the hard work, dedication, sincerity in managing this kind of event year after year, scaling newer height of excellence. So thank you all. And if I take few names, if you permit me, the hospitality team, the team led by Ridul Deka, communication team, especially Tanvi and Ayush, Vineet and Abhinav and Ganpati, all of you, I think you are now pride of this university, and that gives us great confidence that we can manage all kinds of events. And lastly, before I conclude, I congratulate all the graduating students for their success, but I have one request that you should continue keeping this ties with the university, because now the kind of plan we have, you all will feel very proud if you continue to be connected and witness its growth and its progress. It's going to be exciting, it's going to be fulfilling. And we expect that you remain connected and contribute whichever way you can do that. And finally, thanks to all the parents who I have seen in my 12 years. They have been the greatest support to this university and whatever we've been doing. Thank you once again. With a deep sense of gratitude, I close. And now I request Chancellor Sir to make a final declaration.
I declare 12th convocation closed. Thanks.
Everyone is requested to please rise for the national anthem. Soon after the national anthem, the retreat procession will take place. Everyone in the audience is requested to please keep standing until the retreat procession exits and the procession music stops. All graduating students are requested to stay back in the audience area and wait for the next set of instructions. Everyone, please join us in the rendering of the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
All graduating candidates as well as their parents may want to take their seat, and here are the instructions for the further conferring of the degrees on each one of you. Students from School of Arts and Sciences, I mean to say graduating candidates of School of Arts and Sciences are requested to move to room number 135. Graduating candidates as well as the parents of students from School of Arts and Sciences could now get together in room number 135 in the GI City building, which is the backdrop of our entire convocation ceremony here now, for the conferring of the degrees. Amrit Modi School of Management graduating batches, please remain seated here in the audience area and wait for the next set of instructions. You will be conferred your degrees upon you here at the very venue. Graduating candidates of School of Management, I repeat, you will be conferred the degrees upon you here at the same venue. BTech, ICT and MTech students are requested to move to GI City Auditorium. Parents as well of the graduating candidates of BTech, ICT and MTech can now start moving to GI City Auditorium for their degrees will be confirmed in the GI City Auditorium upon them. And finally, graduating candidates of the batches BTech Chemical and BTech Mechanical are requested to move to room number 137 to room number 137 of the GI City building. Graduating candidates along with their respected parents of BTech Chemical and BTech Mechanical could now move to room number 137 in the GI City building. Thank you. Graduating candidates of various School of Management programs could move forward and occupy the seats in the front. We warmly request the parents of the graduating candidates of the Amrit Modi School of Management as well to please move forward. I would request all the graduating candidates just to please leave the first row vacant, because many of the School of Management faculty colleagues will join us. The graduating candidates can start occupying their seats from the second row. I also request the parents to move forward and occupy the seats close to the stage so that when a graduating candidate is being convocated, you can cheer her up.